Welcome back. We're going to do a Blu-ray update. Firstly, we're going to do the focus on the newly released X-Men Days of Future Blu-ray. That includes the Rogue Cut, which is a extended version, but also a very different version from the ones we saw in theaters. This is it here. This is a nice slipcase edition, which you don't see everywhere. And comes with that little fold-out. X-Men Days of Future Past was a wonderful film, probably one of my favourite superhero films, if not my favourite superhero film, and enjoyed it very much in the theatre, and held off on getting the Blu-ray because I wanted to get the Rogue Cut, which I had read about some time ago. It's finally here. The Rogue Cut, if you don't want any spoilers, you can skip ahead about 30 seconds because I'm just going to quickly go over the differences. The Rogue Cut reincorporates the Anna Paquin's character Rogue, a little subplot where Professor X and Magneto go on a mission in the future to save her, to bring her back to take over for Kitty Pryde, who is waning while she keeps Wolverine's consciousness in the past. It also has many other little scenes, a little bit extra violence here, alternate versions of things that happened, some dialogue that took place in one area now is redone in a different area. There is quite a few different changes other than just the reintroduction of Rogue into the play. Some things about it are really great, especially the way the aforementioned Rogue scene was cut into the film, edited back and forth with other scenes that were in the theatrical cut, and it works really well. It's a little bit underdeveloped though, and I can see why it was left out as them being able to get away without having it in there. But it was really good to see. I enjoyed the film just as much watching it again, and it was great to see an alternate version of the film, which basically has the same end goal and the same meaning. It's just a different presentation. As far as the Blu-ray, it's both films are on one Blu-ray disc, seamlessly branched. I've read online there's been some audio issues. I did notice, at least at one stage when I was watching the Rogue Cut, I haven't watched the theatrical cut on here yet, that the sound popped all of a sudden really loudly in the rear speakers where it sort of halfway through where it probably should have come earlier. I've read some that the branching has caused some audio issues. I didn't think it was a major. I just was like, oh, and then I didn't really think about it again until I read that there was some problems because it was an odd uplift in volume in an odd place in the film. It's not a biggie. I believe some players play it fine, some don't. I'm wondering if mine's somewhere in the middle because I didn't have anywhere near as many problems as some people online. Also, this is the Australasian release. I don't know if it's any different from the American release. I assume it's the same release. It says region B on the back, but it is region free. As are all the films that I'm going to show you today, that they all have region B listed as on the back, but they all are in fact region free, so that's a good sign. What else can I say about this? It does have all new special features on a second disc, which are quite comprehensive. A near hour-long 9-part making of documentary, and then it has another round table which is over 20 minutes long, maybe closer to 30. I can't remember offhand, which is also really interesting. Q&A with, well, it's a round table conversation with the directors, producers, and the cast. And there's a sneak peek from the Fantastic Four set and trailers. And on the first disc, where it houses both films, there's two commentaries, one for each film, one with Bryan Singer and producer-writer Simon Kinberg. That's a fairly clinical commentary, and a much more jovial commentary between Bryan Singer and composer film editor John Ottman on the Rogue Cut. So that's really worth checking. And this is a second screen app, which I have not looked into yet, but second screen pop-ups while you're watching the film, and more information there, I believe. The other cover is pretty much the same. So it's a great set, and this is the one to get. The only thing it doesn't have is the 3D version of the film. I do have 3D capability here, but I'm not too fussed. I know this. I might pick up if I can get a standalone on the 3D by itself somewhere. I have seen that available. If I can get that cheap, I might grab it, because this one was actually shot in 3D, so it does make quite a bit of difference than the ones that are post-converted. Another one I got here is the German release of Prime Cut, which is a early 70s film starring Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman, and Sissy Spacek's debut. This is coming out in America shortly, but I wanted to get the region-free German one. It's got the same transfer, and it was a lot cheaper. It does have some German writing on the back, but I don't really care about that. It comes with this nice slip cover and a booklet, which I can't read, but I can see the photos, etc. And it has a reversible sleeve, which is great because the reversible side doesn't have the German rating sticker on it. A lot of the German releases do this, so I'll be switching it over and having no rating sticker. Good stuff. It's a great film which pits gangsters against a farming operation that used to farm their drugs for them, and have decided they don't need the gangsters anymore. The gangsters are the good guys in this, and the farmers the bad guys. And Gene Hackman plays a great villain. A lot of colourful characters, and this looks really good on Blu-ray. The reviews I read were, above average, but I think it looks really crisp and really colourful. I like it a lot. Just has a couple of special features, nothing too exciting. It has some trailers, a gallery of artwork, including lobby cards and posters, etc. And it does start up in German. You just have to switch it to English when you first start up the film. And plays great. Just an underseen film. Check it out. Staying on the Lee Marvin tip, I picked up the German release of Point Blank, which is exactly the same as the American release, except for it has some German writing here and on the back. But this transfer actually gets quite great acclaim, but I don't think it's as nice as the Prime Cut transfer. It was made a handful of years earlier, but not that much earlier. It's late 60s classic. The picture here is a little bit softer than I was expecting. Stills online looked pretty strong, but when you see it in motion, it's not quite as crisp as you would have thought, but still a strong presentation. You might have seen the Mel Gibson film Payback, which is based on the same source material. They're very different films, but this is more of an art house, strange, quirky tale, and it's quite ahead of its time. And it's really quite a special movie, and yeah, it was cheaper to pick it up, the German release, than it was to pick up it anywhere else, and I was already wanting to get Prime Cut, so I ordered these both together, saving a few $. Comes with the same special features, of course. It's exactly the same as the American. In fact, this starts up in English. You don't have to switch it from German to English. You don't have to do anything with subtitles. This just plays as it was the American release. And it has the audio commentary with John Borman and fan of the film director Steven Soderbergh, which is a really good commentary. Has two featurettes about filming at Alcatraz. One of them is got quite a bit more information about real prisoners and their stories from Alcatraz, as well as filming. Another one is just straight up about filming, and then a selection of trailers. I wasn't a huge fan of this, but my partner, she really likes it. I thought it was good enough. I got this really cheap second-hand at a video store for about a third the price you can get it for in the shops, and it was already quite cheap in the shops. So, it looks good. It's a well-made film, and it looks good on Blu-ray. The only thing it comes with is an audio commentary from the director, but it is he does do interesting, very technical commentaries. So, usually his films are more gangbuster full of special features. This one is surprisingly not gone that route, but at the price I just thought I'd pick it up, and if I don't want to keep it down the line, maybe I'll get rid of it. But it's a less adventure for me, but still entertaining enough. Okay, that's it from Pip and I. We'll catch you later.